Arnold Schwarzenegger. Probably one of the greatest, or not one of the, maybe the greatest bodybuilders of all time. And we see his pictures and posters and gyms all around the world. But I ask you this, why is Arnold so awesome? Well, it's not really to ask why is Arnold so awesome, it's more to ask, Arnold is really, really awesome. He's a really awesome guy. Amazing, he's done incredible things, and he especially, what really sparked his, what would you call it, legend, I guess? What really sparked his legend was back in his early days, back in the 1970s to early 2000s is really when it sparked just how great this guy was. And I'm just going to give you just a couple of things on why Arnold was so awesome. One of them is the fact that he really started his career as a bodybuilder, and a lot of us that go to the gym have the motivation, and we have the we love doing what we do, such as myself. But other people don't like to go out and do that. They don't like to go out and they train. They don't motivate it. But it's like, well, I gotta stay in shape, you know. But they don't really have motivation. So, like many of us, myself included, and Arnold, loved what they did. Loved to train. Loved to get better physically. He just loved to do that, and that's one of the things that made Arnold awesome. In tons of gyms today, we see absolutely just rows along the wall of treadmills. And people use those treadmill machines and all that stuff. But Arnold, however, back whenever he was in his peak in training, many of his friends and he himself, if you see in interviews, have said that they didn't have those back whenever they were training. Back in the 70s, they didn't have treadmills. So he would go out and he would run outside. He would do what they say, just old-fashioned running, old-fashioned cardio. And, he says that him and his partner would run along the beach, and I actually have a quote here from him. It says, quote, Arnold says this, "It was the best way to build a tan that didn't suck." So, I really should, but I don't do cardio much, but, I do, if I was to do cardio, I would go outside and run along the street, unless it was raining or something. I would run along the street or, down the sidewalk or the park or something, just to get outside and, do cardio that way. So, the fact that Arnold loved to go outside and do cardio along the beach in California was awesome. So aside his training, some other things that made Arnold great was, in fact, his charm. People said that he had such a great charm, his friends, and if you've seen interviews with him, that he had a great charm. You could just tell he was very charismatic. And many of his friends would say, he necessarily wouldn't say this, but many of his friends would say that knew him, said that with his charm he could easily get anything he wanted. So having great charm is awesome. Arnold never took no for an answer. He knew what his goals were, he had his mind set to his goals, and he would go after them. He knows what he wants, like he wanted to dabble in movies. He has said in interviews, and his friends had said in interviews, that he would go out for a movie interview, and he wouldn't make the cut. But it wouldn't stop him. He kept trying to do it. He kept trying to go for it. And then, especially when he dabbled in politics, he pushed for it, and he's now the former governor of California. Arnold never took no for an answer. He knew what his goals were. He had his mind set to his goals, and he would go after them. He knows what he wants. Like, he wanted to dabble in movies. He has said in interviews, and his friends had said in interviews, that he would go out for a movie interview and he wouldn't make the cut. But it wouldn't stop him. He kept trying to do it. He kept trying to go for it. And then, especially when he dabbled in politics, he pushed for it, and he's now the former governor of California. If you've seen interviews, and if you've seen interviews with people that knew him, he had a great sense of humor. That he's just a funny guy. He would now, of course, if you've just seen the movie Terminator, you wouldn't really think that he's a funny guy, but his sense of humor was great. People said that he would, whenever they were in the gym, he would just like bring light to the gym. He would make it a funner place to go. And one of his friends said in an article that he made a guy get like naked in the locker room and made him flex for him. Or made him do poses. I don't know. I don't know if that's funny or not. It's just, I mean, if you're watching this, man, it's just a little bit weird. But anyway, but they said he would just do a bunch of funny things in the gym and just make it a better place to go. Another thing was his multitasking. When he started trailing off from bodybuilding, he started dabbling more in acting and in politics. But he could multitask. He could go in between training. He could go from acting. He could go from being the governor of California. You know, this guy had a schedule on him. So, and he could keep it up. So, you know, that's just awesome in itself. I could barely go to school and hold down a job. I mean, come on. No matter what he did, no matter how he got there, no matter how big he got, he always was the same guy. His friends would say that he would never change due to the fact that him being, you know, the governor of California, or being the Terminator, or being Mr. Universe, they would never change him. He would always stick to the where he was. He would always not treat anybody any differently than he did. He wouldn't think himself better than anybody else. He just considers himself a regular person, which, if all celebrities could get that, that would be awesome. Most celebrities, don't really get that. They think they're higher, being on the totem pole. It seems that some celebrities think themselves higher on the totem pole than others. But Arnold didn't do that. He kept to who he was, and he just kept his dadgummit, I cannot find the right word. He kept to his boundaries. He kept to his foundation. He remembers who got him there and who was his friends. He knows who his friends are, and if he acted like a total douche to him, then he'd probably lose them, and he knew that. So, not only that, is that he knew he would lose his friends, he just was all around just a great enough guy not to do that. He would know not to be a total douche to people. He's a person just like me and anybody else is. So, those just couple of things on why Arnold has done so many great things, and he's been just a motivator for many, many people who are lifting weights. I mean, like I said in the beginning of the video, he has posters upon posters, and like almost, you could find them in every single gym in America, I think. Almost every gym would have something of Arnold related there. And and he's a real like role model for a lot of people that are working out now. I know somebody who goes to the gym with me. That's all he has. He has Arnold's new supplements. He does Arnold's workouts. He does everything about Arnold. He loves Arnold, which is great because Arnold's actually a really good role model to look up to. So I think that a lot of us can learn from Arnold, especially in the gym. No matter what we set, no matter where we get, we can stick to our roots. No matter what we do, we need to love to do what we do. We need to love to train. We need to, I mean, you don't get this just from trying to do it. I think you actually need coaching for this. But if you don't have a good charm, try to get a good charm. Have a great sense of humor in the gym. Like, don't make it just like, don't go to the gym and just kid around. Don't go to the gym and just like be a rock. That's totally different from what I just said. Don't just go to the gym and be like a dull person to talk for people to talk to. Be a nice, funny guy. So we can all be friends, and the gym can be just a better place for all of us to be. I try to do that, but then I can realize that some people don't want to talk to me. It's like, why is this idiot trying to talk to me? So then I kind of drop it. But I have made tons of friends since I've been at the gym, and we kid around. We have fun in there too. So, that's great. And I think we could learn a lot of stuff from Arnold. So thank you, Arnold Schwarzenegger, for doing all that you do. So guys, if you guys like this video, go like it, comment in it, subscribe to the video, and go check out my other channel, Blake Lindsay TV, and you can see some other stuff that I do that doesn't really involve fitness, but it's other stuff that I do too. So if you guys like this video, like I say, comment, like, subscribe. I love you guys. God bless, and we'll see you next time.